In this video, I'm going to show you where you can find Ovis spawns on the center map for Ark Survival Ascended. Ovis or sheep on the center map are incredibly difficult to find. The main reasons for this are they are small, easily hidden by foliage. They will also easily get killed by any predator in the area, so often you will render them in and they will die straight away right in front of you. I'm going to share some tips on how to find Ovis and also give you the coordinates of all of the ones that I have found in the game so far. On this map of the center, you'll see the spawn points of where I have found Ovis in the game. We will now take a look at each location and the spawns I found there. Starting off with the easiest location, which is around Blue Obelisk. One thing to watch out for in this area is there is a lot of raptors and small predators, so they may be attacking or destroying the sheep that spawn there. What you may want to consider doing is wiping out this entire area of dinos to see if a sheep will respawn if you do not find one there. Some Ovis spawn on the plains around Blue Ob, and also check out the cliffs above because this is where I found my first sheep here. So search all around this cliff area. I found this one at 52.4 and 75.4. The next sheep I found at the Blue Ob area was down in the plains below the obelisk. I forgot to film the coordinates of this spot, but when I went back to check it, it is around 52.74. The southern snow mountain is one of the best places to find sheep on the center map. In particular, you'll notice a middle mountain kind of shelf or tier. There seems to be a lot of sheep that spawn in this area. The first sheep I found here was on the north side of this shelf, and it is level 120, and the coordinates I found it are 53.5 and 26.4. I was able to find another sheep on this shelf area. This one is located at 56.2 and 26, which is not far from the other spawn. Despite what it looks like, this is actually Southern Snow Mountain. Just looks very tropical. I found this male Ovis, and I think there's about 3 babies with this one. This one was found at 54.7 and 26.1. I did find a sheep on the opposite side of the shelf of the South Mountain. This one was being attacked by wolves, so I kind of had to save it, and you can see it's a little bit beaten up and on the run. We are at 53.4 and 13.8. In this case, you may have to pick the sheep and move it. If you're on PvE, that might be tricky. You might need to fight the bad guys around in the area. I did find some Ovis that were spawned in the top tier of the Southern Snow Mountain, and we are at coordinates 56.2 and 24.4. Again, we have found another sheep on that tier location. This one has 3 babies, so this would be an absolute jackpot if you could find one like this. This is actually the second time I have seen a sheep in this location. The first one died before I could film. The location we are at is 58.5 and 18.1. So the next location, I'm going to give credit to South Snow Mountain. It's actually in the swamp area just below that. We have an Ovis with a bunch of babies here, and our location is 52.8 and 26.6. The area that we are in is at the very edge of the swamp, and if you look up on the South Snow Mountain, there's that ledge there, and I think some of these sheep may be either falling off the edge or sharing a spawn point that puts them actually down into the swamp here. So definitely check out this location. The next most populated Ovis spawns are actually in the south and mid span of the jungle. The issue with these spawns is there is so much dense foliage and trees in the area, it is almost impossible to find them. If I give you some coordinates, you can check them out, and hopefully you may find an Ovis here. Let me know in the comments. This Ovis I found in the southern jungle area. It is very hard to see from above, but we do have a 140 sheep here, and the coordinates are 50.5 and 60.2. And this one did in fact have a baby, so you could get 2 sheep for the price of 1 here. Another location where I found an Ovis in the southern jungle was here, and this one has a baby. There is a theory nearby, so we need to be careful. And we are at 52.1 and 50.6. Another southern jungle spawn location is this one here. We've found this sheep. I don't know how long it is going to survive. There is a Kano just up the street there, and the coordinates for this one are 52.5 and 50.6. So very similar to the other spawn. This sheep here was found in the mid jungle span. This Ovis was found at the map coordinates 41.7 and 54.7. We have another mid jungle spawn location here. Again, this one is incredibly difficult to see especially given that it's stuck under a stego. The location for this one is 41.6 and 54.8. There is an Ovis spawn in the North Snow Mountain. I did have a lot less luck finding Ovis here. The only time I did find one, it was murdered before I could start filming, so I'll give you a recreation. It was in this approximate location. I saw a sheep, but as I rendered in, it was quickly murdered. So here is a stand-in sheep. The location was approximately here at around 24.5 and 22.5. It should be noted that the Southern Snow Mountain seems to have a lot more Ovis spawns than the Northern Snow Mountain. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope it found you a sheep. I know this is not exhaustive of all the sheep spawns, so if you found something and you want to share it below with the audience, that would be great because it will help them too. And subscribe if you want some more awesome guides for Ark, or click this one right here.